just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He finds Humphries. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. He stiff arms him. Gets through and now an opening. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown Titans. Derrick Henry, 52 yards. And the Titans are...
Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow, they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Nashville. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 79 yards. As his guys are able to... The kick by Joseph is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Murray now on first down, sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
I can't wait to see how this thing ends.
Well, we got New England and Baltimore, the top 2 seeds in the AFC, Seattle and New Orleans in the NFC. You think it stays that way at the end?
I think it's going to be a heck of a battle. I think Baltimore, yes. New England's going to get a battle from Buffalo, but I think they're going to stay in the spot. Seattle, they're going to battle San Francisco. They're just going to trade it back and forth, and it's going to come down to Week 17, I believe, to decide.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Cousins now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Both defenses will take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously cost one.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Or become the #1 team in the NFC West. And the Rams have to have it if they have any designs of making the playoffs. The #3 game, Baltimore-Buffalo. Buffalo's announced its presence, that big win on Thanksgiving Day over Dallas. But Baltimore's the hottest team, the best team in the league over the last 8 weeks. And then you finish up Kansas City, New England.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the 8 and out the gate? Yeah. What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, no, they got the touchdown. It's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He's got a 1st down past the 30. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 83 yards. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. And a pair of rushing touch on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have a little bit of time here to get in the field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward. Okay.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Off play action, Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for the...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, 46 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just a go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure...
Complete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasize.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
First 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Short kick. It's taken at the 23. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if it...
He's got him in. Complete. There he goes right side. Touchdown Titans. A.J. Brown in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. So they're able to...
But when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, and that takes us from second to third down. Here's Gone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run. Read it.
And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 88 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but then...
Goff throwing again. Nowhere to his escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. James now to return. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Coast to coast, 96 yards on the punt return. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. What a risk he took, but it paid off. I mean, he took that punt from inside the 5 near the goal line, ran it all the way back.
And normal coaching says you let that one go. Anytime you're
Complete, Hunter Henry with a grab. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the act. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Sets to fire deep, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Let's go, let's bring it. Watch it. It's a safety creep. No. Undercrush.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He wants it all for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. Then you got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without it.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Motion.
Here's Keenum to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. That 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. They'll run on first down. Henry. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. He's going to let this go deep. Back over. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. Adam Humphries, 52 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield.
Chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Mariota now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They'll throw again. Mariota flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right. This is caught inside the 15. It's a gain of 35. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up. And that is caught. Walker, touchdown Titans. 50. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Mariota going to give to Lewis.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. And Walker with it over the middle. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Delaney Walker, 43 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he does.
Come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Mariota into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, picks it. Oh, this is blocked. And the Titans pick it up. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points.
We're going to shut you down.
Consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On first down, it's Haskins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 55 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there.
Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Keenum and the Redskins now going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Watch the screen. Switch it.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game, gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 24, Keenum into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Not a good team of 17. It's 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Tremaine Brock. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, 5, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Vince back out there at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Murray eluding the pressure right. Fitzgerald's got it right side. There goes Larry Fitzgerald. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Larry Fitzgerald, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
So Ben Roethlisberger and the offense down by 15. A little under a minute 50 remaining. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl.
Break that. Let's five. Rip left, rip left.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And now look at him go. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, 81 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline, they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots, now you look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. He's got to analyze what he's seeing and be more accurate with the ball.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky. The big fella. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Vance McDonald, 58 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the 2nd half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, Now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off. That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 20! And Gordon will work his way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 41 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy.
For him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That is caught at the 7. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there.
And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Boy, they were looking to throw it there on 4th and goal. It was end zone or bust. And he tucks it, puts his head down, dives in for the score.
And he certainly had that phrase uppermost in his mind. He expected to throw the ball in the end zone for a touchdown.
Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this, where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
And 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
54 miles. Now watch run. Maverick.
Goff now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's good.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
I'm coming after you.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at Power Forward.
Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 93 yards. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. And that he may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
Mike. Round 80. 59. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. They'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 28 yards. And the last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive,
Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing now is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find...
Oh, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll rifle this from deep right side. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's caught at the 25. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab
inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he works free. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 51 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been.
Let's get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Jeff Hireman, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Flacco. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. Ready. Yellow lady. 47. Check, 47. And we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A huge play there. Fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this goal?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, 75 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Going deep, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago! Anthony Miller, 67 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out.